Hey guys, today we have Riley's Whipplecharged Coyote. It's a 2016 F150 engine, upgraded with Mustang cams and high performance phasers, comp chains, billet oil pump, etc. Today what I wanted to show you was a very simple budget build for the pulley system to run the Whipplecharger. I'm going to grab a seat right here. And basically, it's very similar to the stock. Normally, the belt would just run around the water pump. But all I basically had to do was install a plate with two 94 F150 5.8 idler pulleys to put everything together on this package. It's a 3/4 inch thick plate, and I did a little plunge cutting on it and based it off of the Supercharger. Now, when I was doing the cams and all the rest, timing chains and everything, I had this boss and this boss. Had Ron tap those, just so we had a place for the bracketry to bolt on, just in case. And I started off possibly using this, but wound up just using this one single boss. So the 3/4 bolts to the snout, which is also holds it very square. It wound up being very square with the rest of the crankshaft pulleys and everything. So it was a good starting point up there. And then like a 3/8 spacer behind this boss that was tapped. Then over on the other side, it's kind of hard to see in there, but this bolt that's plunge cut back there is the top water pump bolt, and there's a spacer in there. Now so we have our three nice mounting points for strength, but of course as the tension of the belt trying to drive the Supercharger, that's going to want to push the plate that way. So there's a smaller M6 bolt back here where I have a spacer that runs from the intake manifold up to this plate, so that plate cannot twist that way at all. So it's a real inexpensive. I mean, you're looking for the piece of aluminum, you're looking $10 and $20 for those idler pulleys. Everything else on this motor to drive it is stock. It's a 6-rib setup. We're running 3 3/4 inch pulley. So we're looking to make around 10 pound of boost with it, 600 horsepower easy right out of the gate. And when we want to upgrade, I left this one idler this way a little bit, so if we go with a smaller pulley, we still have belt clearance in here. And down here, the clearance doesn't change as rapidly because the pivot points at the water pump for the belt to go this way. So, and probably could get away without this pulley right here, but I wanted extra wrap on the water pump, so we did that, brought that pulley down there to get good wrap. So everything has great wrap. Alternator, I'd like to see a little bit more, but we'll see how that goes. We can make some modifications if we need to. And of course the idler is on the slack side of the crankshaft, the perfect spot. That's where you want it with a Supercharger. Also, everything else is factory on the rest for the power steering pump. All I did with that was a 1/2 inch aluminum plate, and there is one cross bolt main underneath there that a guy has to watch out for. But it's just a piece of aluminum plate, and the two bolts that are the leading edge are pretty square with the crankshaft. So the front face of my aluminum, I squared up the two drilled holes with the front face. Then I squared up the pulley with the front face of the aluminum, so everything came into alignment really nice. So I hope this helps some guys out. I know there's the $1,800 kit, and that's 10 rib and very expensive, but you know, save that for the guys that want to run 8 seconds and such. But this one's going to be 600 to 700 horsepower, and just be a fun street cruiser. That's what Riley's after, just to have some fun and kick it in the tail once in a while. So have a good one, guys. Happy boosting.